Is disposing an embryo against all our moral practices? How can you live with yourself when you have killed a living being? That's what I would ask to a person who went with abortion. Over the years, the issue with abortion has always been either religious issues or moral issues. Most people who go through with it state, it is my choice and my right. Now, according to science, it's an embryo that has no self-conscience, therefore it is not a living thing. What if science is being a hypocrite? Now, to start off with my speech, we'll get the religious view out of the way. Sadly, when it comes to religion, religious beliefs are opinions, not facts. Mere beliefs aren't considered to be a major impact when it comes to persuasion/debatable topics. And the topic of abortion falls under those categories. So I cannot go into a religious point of view and explain how abortion is bad through my religion, for it's only a belief. Now that that's out of the way, let's move on to the moral views. Now, according to science, if the embryo is disposed before halfway of the pregnancy, it will not be considered killing a living being, for it does not have self-conscience according to science. For something to be a living thing is when that object has self-conscious. Example is knowing to breathe, move, cry, when it's hungry, etc. Now, before we move on to more points on why the pro-life is better than the pro-abortion choice, I'd like to start off with a story. This is called the seed story. Now, in the seed story, it involves water and a seed, which is the natural things to create a plant, of course. And plants, according to science, is a living thing. So the seed resembles the egg of a woman, and the water resembles the sperm of a man. Now, the seed is not a living thing because it's just a seed. Planted in the ground, it's still not a living thing. But once that water hits the seed and it starts growing roots, and it goes through the phase of photosynthesis to create the food it needs, it is declared a living thing. Whether if it's 1 week old, 2 weeks old, a month, 2 months, or 8 months, or even 9 months. It is declared a living thing. That is what science says. So, why should we keep the baby? Why should you keep the baby? To those who want to go with abortion. Now, a lot of people state that the answer to those who want abortion illegal have towards all who believe it should stay legal. Now, this is according to Texas Monthly, published on July 1979. Those who are pro-life have one answer for everything. You must have that baby whether you like it or not. Examples are, but I'm only 12 years old. You must have that baby. I was raped. You must have that baby. The doctors say it will die before it's 2. You must have that baby. And there are plenty more examples. And according to Declan McClue, who published a news article in April 1st, 2010, the debate whether or not abortion should be a legal option continues to divide Americans long after the U.S. Supreme Court's 7-2 decision on Roe versus Wade declared the procedure a fundamental right on January 22nd, 1973. So it is a fundamental right for the woman to terminate embryo whether she wants to or not. So when it talks about rights and laws, is it okay? What about morally? Most say that it doesn't go against morals because according to the Book of Indisciplinary Views of Abortion, one of the essays state, one might readily suppose of life of the embryo selected to survive will come up only if there is some value attached to the embryos, to those selected for termination. For if there is no value attached to the embryos about to be terminated, then morally we may terminate any number of them for the sake of some recognized value, such as optimizing the chances of birthing a normal, healthy human infant. I don't think there is a right to declare which is a normal, healthy human infant when all those that are able to live are declared healthy. Those that are sick can be treated. And for the women who have been raped, give the child a chance to live. Do we have orphanage? Is it morally right to blame the child for what incident happened between the rape? It is not the child's fault, so why punish the child by literally getting rid of its life? For the 12-year-old girls, we have Sex 101. It was her choice to go with it or not. And again, if it was raped, we need to give that child a chance to live, for not even you know. And there's not a single right out there that they can declare what that child can become in the future. So I am not here to make abortion illegal. I'm here giving you this speech to persuade you to go to the pro-life side. And together as a united group of people who stand for the right cause, in numbers we will abolish abortion and ultimately save thousands.